friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be another tutorial on this look that I'm wearing right here. I was 100% inspired, like so inspired, by this photo of Rihanna on the cover of a magazine. I'll put the picture here because my phone is charging over there, so I can't show you, but I'll put the picture here. She wore like this beautiful blue smoky eye with like a warm crease, and I about died. I love colorful looks. I think you guys know this by now, and I'm obsessed with Rihanna. Like it's kind of unhealthy how I feel about Rihanna. I feel like this just had to happen. This recreation was like all I was thinking about from the second I saw that picture till right now that I finally filmed it. I am so happy with the way that it turned out, and I hope that you guys like it too. So if you guys want to see how I got this Rihanna inspired makeup look, then please just keep on watching. So for the majority of today's tutorial, I'm using one of my favorite new palettes that I got from Creative Soul Cosmetics. This is the Harmony palette, and the first color I'm taking is the color Sienna. It's just like a light orange warm shade. Of course, these are like my favorite transition shades. So I'm using this with a Morphe G17, one of my favorite fluffy brushes for the crease, and I'm just doing exactly that, just throwing this into my crease. Of course, my eyes were already primed before I did this, my brows were already done, and my foundation was already on. You guys know that's usually how I like to do my makeup. Now I'm going in with a MAC 217. This one is limited edition one, of course, but it's the same 217. And I'm using the color Coffee from the palette. You couldn't see the name because my finger was obviously in the way, but that's the color that I'm using. It looks like it's a little bit lighter of a brown in the palette, I feel like, but once you apply it, I feel like it looks a little bit darker. So I'm using this a little bit more directly into the crease and on the outer V. Rihanna's eye, her shape was kind of pointy at the end, and I tried to mimic that as much as possible with still looking good on my eyes. It's not as pointy as hers, but you know, I did my best. Now I'm moving on to the color Brick, which is just like a rich red brown shade. It has a lot of red undertones in it, which I love. And I'm just using the same MAC 217 and kind of blending out that coffee shade a little bit because, like I said, I expected coffee to be a little bit lighter than it was. So I ended up having to go in with this color just to blend it out. But Rihanna did have some really visible warmth in her crease, so I feel like this worked out for the best anyways. Now I'm taking the color Eggplant. I think this is a MAC 239 brush. This brush is actually from the Rihanna Loves Matte collection. It's the double-sided brush. So I just took the other side, and I'm using this color on my outer V and just a little bit into the crease. I am going to go in with the black anyways, but this kind of helps kind of work as a base, I guess, for the black shade. Now, of course, I'm taking the black. I mean, like, if Rihanna didn't take a black, I would have still probably taken the black because you guys know how I do. This is the color Midnight. This is a very nice, rich black. You can see as I'm applying it. It's pretty pigmented. I will say that there was a lot of fallout, or I guess kick up in the pan when I used this. Like, a lot of the black shade fell out, and you're actually going to see it in the next palette that we use. I'm going to show it to you. But besides that, I really like the way this applied. So I'm just using this on my outer V and just like a little bit into the crease. Again, kind of doing that cat eye shape at the outer edge that Rihanna had, but doing it a lot more subtle. I'm not doing like the exact same look by any means that she did. I'm kind of making it my own, if that makes sense. Now I'm grabbing the color Coffee again, and I'm just using that to blend out the harsh lines from this Midnight shade. And look at how easy this blends out. For a black shade, it blends out very easily while still staying pigmented. I'm telling you guys, I've used this palette probably 3 times in the last 7 days. For somebody who barely wears makeup and just had a baby, that's a lot. Here you can see these are my Anastasia Beverly Hills single eyeshadows, and on that top row, you'll probably be able to see it better in the next shot. You can see that there's like a lot of black fallout in there, and that's from the black shadow in the Creative Soul Cosmetics palette. So the color that I took was Prussian Blue. This was the closest thing in my collection to what Rihanna had on her lid. I will say whatever she had on her lid had a little bit more green undertones to it, but this is okay. This worked. So I took that with a MAC 242 and I sprayed it with some Smashbox primer water beforehand just to make it more metallic, and I just placed this all over my lid. I left a little bit of space on that inner corner because I am going to go in with a different shade in there. So then I took my concealer. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer in the color Medium. I usually use the color Golden, but I felt like Rihanna had a very strong highlight in her picture, so I just went with something a little bit lighter just to kind of mimic that highlight that she had. And now I'm grabbing my RCMA no color powder just to bake underneath my eyes and on the center of the forehead and down the bridge of the nose and a little bit on my chin. I have really oily skin, so I basically have to do this, even though I literally went nowhere after I did this makeup look. So maybe I don't have to do this, but whatever. This is what I do usually. So I'm just wiping that away with a Sigma F35 brush, and now I'm moving back to the eyes. I'm taking my Voluminous Lash Paradise mascara by L'Oreal. This is my favorite mascara as of lately, but you guys also know this because I use it in every single video. I'm one of the most boring people with mascaras, honestly. I can say that. I don't really care about mascara, but that's because I always go in with falsies. Honestly, it didn't look like Rihanna was wearing falsies. I don't know if she was wearing them, but it really didn't look like she had much on there. So I took what I find to be the most subtle lash that I can actually pull off. This is the Soho lash by Koko Lashes. I love this lash. It's really not subtle, I feel like, on other people, but my eyes are so weird. They take every single lash and make it subtler. So that's why I can only wear like super dramatic lashes. So that's what I used, and I did, of course, line my waterline with my Marc Jacobs Highliner and Blacquer. I don't know if she had anything on her lower lash line. I couldn't really make it out, but yeah, Alana, that's how you feel. But I felt like black would go really good with this look, as it does with most looks. See, you can see right there the black eyeshadow in the palette. You see it? You see it? So I just took the color Prussian Blue again with a flat definer brush, and I'm kind of using this on the center of my lower lash line, kind of, just to kind of mimic what we have going on up top. And I am going to use that black shade on my outer corner, but first I'm going to grab the color Icy by Anastasia Beverly Hills. It's just a light blue shade. Honestly, I feel like Rihanna had the exact same shade on her inner corner as she did on her lid, but I really prefer to have something brighter in there, so that's what I did. I took the color Icy with a Real Techniques, I think this is like the detailer brush, and I just popped that on my inner corner, and I kind of wrapped it around so it was on my lid a little bit and on my lower lash line. Then I grabbed the color Midnight again from the Harmony palette and just popped that on that outer V area of my lower lash line. Does that make sense? I don't feel like it does, but you see what it is. You see what I'm doing. It's also being applied with the E15. I didn't switch brushes at all. I just used the exact same brush. And then I'm going in with the color Coffee with a pencil brush, and I'm just blending out the entire lower lash line very subtly. I don't want it to be too intense, too smoky. I just want it to just be a little bit more blended out and not so harsh. Do you know what I'm saying? I feel like you know what I'm saying. So now I'm going to go ahead and use my Voluminous Lash Paradise again on my lower lashes, because no matter how tiny my lashes are, I always need to do this. It makes the biggest difference in my opinion. No matter how small your lashes are, trust me, you need to do this. Now I'm going to move on to contouring. I'm using Shadester by MAC. It's one of their sculpting powders with my Nars Ita brush, and I'm just sculpting away. I feel like her face was chiseled without being too intense, but of course I love me an intense contour, so that's what I did, you know. And I also use this color to contour my nose. The brush that I'm using is by Hair and Makeup Addiction. This is my favorite nose contouring brush that I found thus far. If you guys have a better recommendation, please let me know, because I still feel like sometimes my nose contour looks really weird. It just doesn't always cooperate, you know. So now for bronzer, I am using this one also from the MAC and Rihanna collection. This is one of my favorite collections, if you guys don't know. Honestly, MAC, I mean, I feel like they come out with so many collections that it's just like, okay, whatever. But this collection was one of my favorites. So this bronzer is called Love Rihanna, and I'm just applying this as I would any other bronzer with my MAC 135 brush. And also by MAC, I'm taking this blush from the Simpsons collection. That's Marge's face you saw in there. And this is the color Sideshow You. You could definitely tell that she had like something really coral, but with like some pink in there, so that's exactly what I used. And then for my highlight, I'm using the color Pink Heart from the Moonchild Glow Kit by Anastasia Beverly Hills. I felt like she had something pink on her cheeks, but you'll see later on that I felt like this was too pink, so I went in with something over it so that it just kind of had like a subtle hint of pink instead of just being so intensely pink. See, it's pretty pink in my opinion. So I just used that on my cheekbones, down the bridge of my nose, and on my Cupid's bow as my highlight. And I mean, how long did I not have this glow kit for? You guys know I had been wanting to pick this glow kit up for the longest time, and I finally did, and I'm so excited. And now I'm going to move on to lips. I'm lining my lips with this Nars lip liner in the color El Agua. It's kind of like a mauve pink shade, and I felt like her lips they definitely looked metallic, but they looked kind of like a champagne pink color, and I didn't have anything quite that color, so I kind of had to make my own concoction. So what I did was use this to turn the lip color a little bit more on the pink side, and then I went in with the color Salt by ColourPop, which is kind of like a metallic champagne, which without this lip liner would not look pink at all, but because of this lip liner, it kind of looked pink. So I feel like I got the best lip combination that I could have come up with without actually having that color. And now I'm going in with this highlight. This one is by Melt Cosmetics in the color Stargazer, which is a little bit more of like an icy champagne color. I just put that right on top of my previous highlight, and I feel like it gave me the perfect color, and it was so intense. I was so happy. So once you do that, then this look is complete. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please don't forget to subscribe if you're not already. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram and Snapchat. I'll leave all that information down below, as well as all the products we used today, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye! Hi friends, welcome back. So today I'm bringing you guys another video, and this is going to be a tutorial on this very